Before I say hi to everyone, the last time you actually saw my face here doing a sit down or anything was February of 2023 when I was telling you guys how I have not successfully completed my APC of 2022. But no one actually knows what actually happened on that specific day because I always like sharing when I'm getting my results and whatnot. So this clip here is my dad wanting to actually see my results first and for him to tell me the results, and it was the most frustrating thing ever. And him seeing my results, knowing that I was unsuccessful, and him finding it very difficult to tell me.
The overpass rate of the APC 2022 for Namibia is 60. Please find attached your result on the APC in the assessment.
Okay.
Benini.
Attachment hili mwicho ina tanguliza mwanja kaambio jana.
Attachment hili ni pen.
Unuma mbapira nengo mo email.
APC ngiko.
Muna kamu mbapira.
Muna kapira.
Tate 60% to link 60% wa yapita.
PDF Pakaroding.
I just hope on that Peter. 60% I don't another Peter. That can I read? Baby wanganja na patrola. Mbapa dinga pa no attachment.
The west of Cape Town.
Kandoto mbapira wanjana? Njano wa chiki he statistica. Mbapira tate.
Tutu na penya. Turakona minga ikeka duali.
Dado. Ohonjino mbapira. Ohonji kajiwa pitameko jotanko.
Oh, tenanji.
That I need to see.
Okay. No.
Wait.
22.
Dad.
Hey.
Let me see my results.
Okay. Tell me where tell you
Dad, kachina kapo mpuku scrolla, achika kipeta meko na rengena. Dad, let me see, nditale.
Oh, shit. Dad, what did you want
Dad. Dad. Daddy. Daddy. Oh, Daddy, I really need to know. Daddy. Hello everyone, my name is Penny. Welcome to my channel. Haven't done that in a long time. But today is the 24th of Feb. So it's exactly 365 days since I made my video on failing APC, okay? Where do I start? Okay, I actually know where to start because I have actually written down what I actually wanted to talk about. But for the most part, I wanted to reflect on the past 365 days, the past 12 months, the past year, you know, because a lot has definitely happened. From just thinking, oh my goodness, why did I fail, you know? So I have 12 points here that I'll just need to go through. I think remembering like the day of the results, like what really happened, you know. So on that day, because if you recall the previous videos of the 2 videos of the last video, I say that I actually went home so that I receive my results when I'm actually home. I did not like go to the function or whatever that ICANN, which is the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Namibia, that they hold for the results to, as people wait for the results to be released at 4 p.m. Okay, so I went home and I remember being with my dad, and he was the one. He said he wants to tell me the results, and it was like until like 4:15 or something, because they don't come immediately at 4 o'clock. And I was waiting for him, like, are they not yet there, you know? I think he said he saw them first, but then he didn't know what to tell me because he saw unfortunately or unsuccessful or something like that, you know. And then he broke down the news to me. I just felt my heart sink so much. It was so difficult. But let me also take you back, because on that day, because I arrived early morning in the north from Oshakati, right? If you don't know, I was just doing other things. I was busy doing stuff, you know, just to keep myself occupied, because I was on leave that day. I didn't work on that day. Yeah, and then that happened, and I still remember how much I was crying. And you know, when you are crying and screaming, because I'm like, I cry silently, but I was like screaming. It was so difficult. And I remember I had to, because I had my mom's car that day, I took her to work, and then at 5 she said I should go get her. And I still remember how I was trying to drive. My eyes were so teary, and then my friend called me. My friend Rebecca called me, and then she was just like, girl, stop driving. And luckily my dad saw me stop the car, and then he came to get me and like, girl, get over the passenger seat. But I was crying so much, and I still remember, because my mom rubbing my back. I'm not one to like cry in front of my mom like that. So it was really difficult. And my little sister, like, yeah, Shem, that was, I really needed to be home, okay? And then because when I went home, my parents were like, no, we'll like kill a goat or like chicken or whatever just to celebrate. But I still remember how they just said, we'll eat the chicken either way. So that, for me, that is like, I don't know, it's such a powerful moment for me, because I knew they still supported me. They're like, regardless, this doesn't like define you, or it gave such vibes, you know. And I still remember, obviously, like, can I say I'm a religious person, a spiritual person, that my parents were referring to how some things happen like in the Bible, that for God to show something, you know, something like that. Okay, and I was just like, I don't know, I just felt like maybe my parents were disappointed, but then that support of just them saying whatever, you know, this whatever. Okay, and then when I came back to work, I couldn't even lift my head up. I think I've mentioned this before, you know, there was some sense of shame. And I was on audit like from, because I think it was the 24th of Feb. I think that Monday was the 26th, I think 27th, because it was a Friday, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th was back to school. And I remember when I just got into the office, someone greeted me and I just started crying. Someone wanted to hug me and I was like, I'll just cry. Don't do that, you know. I really struggled. Like, I remember I was on an audit that had like such a hectic deadline that as a team, I could not even lift my eyes. There obviously was that sense of shame, but then it was just painful. The failing was just so painful. I felt my heart always been heavy and whatnot. And then that after that audit, I my previous video where I had to go for where I did go for vacation, and I felt like things just came back, you know. You can just go watch that video, the previous one, but it just kind of revived my spirit, you know. Wow. Okay. So came April, if I'm not mistaken, I started the board course, APT. I think I can make a different video on like how APT works and like the program, but I still feel like I've mentioned these things, so I feel like I'm repeating myself. And then guess what happened in April? Like, you know, proposal, like officially. My partner proposed to me, and yeah, so at that point it was official. I got engaged. Obviously, I'm saying proposal because there are a lot of things that happen, like meeting parents and whatnot. So those things had already happened. It was just like, you know, he went on one knee and whatnot. Okay, yeah, that happened. So don't ask me a lot of a lot of questions. And without diving so much into detail on like, you know, getting my script and performing self-reflection, doing a development plan, getting a mentor through the APT program, because I did the APT program. Yeah, I mean, if you want, I can make a separate video on that, like, and then maybe thoroughly dive into it again, but I did that. This flying, okay? And then therapy. I started therapy. I started therapy, and because then I had to manage myself. I was all over the place. My thoughts were all over the place. So now there's me who needs work. It's my final year of articles. I need to make sure I get signed off. Now there's wedding planning. It's so weird me telling you guys about wedding planning, but this wedding planning, and then girl, I have to study. It was just a lot, but I had to, like, you know, one of the biggest things that I have learned, that, or, you know, leaving everything that I don't have control over. Yes, it's things that I know, but it's something that I really, really needed to hear. So that was really, really great. And I'm not new to therapy, you know. I have had therapy before. I've used the ICAS things before, even during university. I still remember those nights where in the AMs I have called the toll-free line or whatever that I need help, because so I'm not one to shy away from how I feel mentally. And I think if you have been following my journey, you would know that I'm very open when it comes to talking about how I feel, or therapy, or whatever. Okay, and one of the things I still remember the day I got the results, I remember downloading Solitaire, or however that card game. I feel like that occupied my mind because I didn't want to think of anything else. Okay, yeah, and then maybe we can talk about working overtime. I think around June, July, August, I had to work overtime. I remember there was a Friday. My Fridays, I respect my Fridays, are days off. I like to come home and just sleep. And like, I remember there was a Friday I even knocked off at like 1 a.m. or like just not having a weekend at all. It was really busy. But the biggest thing for me was managing expectations. There are times when I'm working overtime, I know, like, let me say I will knock off at 5. I'll have to tell my manager that, hey, I am going to work overtime tonight, but I'm going to dedicate the first 2 hours of after 5 to studying. If you guys are online or whatever, I'll join you, but these hours first have to come. So I remember someone telling me that your school comes first, and it shouldn't be now the second thing that comes. Like, you cannot now say I'm working and then studying. You obviously be tired, so you need to prioritize the studying first. So I had to manage that and trying not to overcommit, because I know as trainees, you'll be like, yeah, why is this not done? Yes, this will be done by Monday, or by tomorrow afternoon, I'll have marked this off or whatever. So, and obviously it comes with time. Like, you learn not to overcommit with time and just communicating that I might not finish because of ABC, or like, no, I need to go study. So yeah, and I think that's a very big lesson for anyone who's like in, or like doing their training, or I think just generally as someone who's working. Avoid overcommitting, because now you are creating a certain expectation, and then people not be able to rely on you. I have a feeling I have recorded a video talking about this last year, which I never uploaded. But yeah, what else? And then came November. So November, I got married. Actually got married on the 24th of November. So funny. So that means today is actually an anniversary. Few months. Got married. But for me, at that point in time, maybe let me tell you how I have been managing my year. Was that whenever I'm working, I learned how to switch off completely from studying and wedding planning. When I'm studying, I don't think about work, and I don't think about wedding planning. If I'm doing wedding planning, I don't think about, like, I just said I'm going to be switching off. Like, I don't have time to, like, like, life is happening. I have just accepted that this is how my life is going to be. Yes, I should probably not have been wedding planning, getting married, and doing my APC. I don't know, but that happened. you know yeah, and for me, it's like the support system. I know, like, my parents were like very hands-on with like wedding planning. I know my friends, like, always come through, like, I need this, my bridesmaids, I need this, and they're like hands-on and everything. So for me, my support system, Shem, like, I really, really, really want to thank my family and friends, and like, and I think also because I have friends who are in the same profession as me, people who are also just still doing articles or have done articles. So it's easy for them to also understand that I need to study, for instance, or I need to work, and I cannot do some things, okay? And then came, was it June or July? One very, very hectic thing happened. It was because then there were promotions at work. People are getting promoted. Yes, I was still a senior. I was still serving in a senior role, but they were promoted to, like, senior. What senior? There was a slight promotion, and with that promotion also comes increment in salary. So now, yes, at the beginning it felt like, yeah, it doesn't matter, I still have like a year to like still do my APC, and I can still qualify in the record time with my peers, right? And then that came, that promotion and people getting increment, and that just crushed me so much. I just felt like, what is going on? Had I not failed, I wouldn't be behind with my peers and whatnot, because now I was feeling it. It was so bad. And it's all a roller coaster with this thing, because 1 minute I'm saying I'm fine, and then things like that happen, and they remind you of that you did fail. You are not like your peers at this point. So it was so bad that I think maybe that's how the therapy also helped me, because I, as much as I was trying to move on, there were just these small reminders every day that are constantly I'm reminded that I have failed. Yeah, shame that the promotion, because I still remember that I broke down in the bathrooms.
At this point, I'm about to share a very vulnerable clip of myself. I know some will be like, why do you even record yourself crying and whatnot? And I had a lot of crying moments during the year, but this was just one moment that I felt like I needed to talk to someone in that moment, but I couldn't reach anyone. And I remember that I started to record. And you see here that I am in hospital. I saw that I was constantly getting sick, and I don't know, I might not be sure, I'm not a medical doctor or anything, but I do know that stress does impact your immune system, because I think there was a point where in 3 months or 4 months consecutively I was having different antibiotics because I was sick. And I was thinking, I mean, looking back, I do think that being stressed did impact that. And so that's why I'm urging anyone just to go for therapy, get assistance, take care of yourself, eat. I have an eating problem. Yeah, and just take care of yourself. Really, really take care of yourself.
I'm trying to call my dad. Just to talk to him, but he's not available. I'm now in the toilet. And my eyes was a little quite red before. Too red. But it's not nice, guys. It's not this. It's not this. It's not this easy at all. But I think what you need to tell yourself too. When you need to tell yourself to get up, Penny. Like, okay, like, let me say now. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. Okay. Okay. I know this is a bit disgusting. Is it on the toilet floor? Okay. So I'm trying to move on. It's so difficult. Okay. Get yourself, Benny. Get yourself. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Let's stop. Okay. And all of this and why. Okay, I'm trying to figure out why I'm upset. Okay, context. So, obviously, I'm not. It's middle of the year and the salary increases, and I'm not having a high increase like everyone else because I don't have my APC. So, I'm just trying to figure out why I'm upset because it's not even that I let having a lot of cash like anybody else. But it's not even about the money, if I'm being honest, like I'm good. Obviously it's nice having extra cash, but I need telling myself right now, I need to little spring not to compare myself. And I was on the floor in the bathroom. That's how, as much as the bathroom are disgusting, I remember sitting down on the bathroom because it was just too much. It was really too much. You know, the whole time, the whole year, is that I was thinking of what is, as I said, like I really believe in God, and another thing that I don't believe is taking back history. I don't believe in like changing history of like things that have happened. Like always believe that God doesn't make mistakes, right? So I'm like, no, I'm not new to failure. I failed before. There are things that I have failed, There are things where I remember I got rejected for my scholarship, and then I reapplied. I got it for the second time. I still remember how I got, like, you see, if you don't know, I've been working in assurance, like a normal external audit, and also IT audit, because that's a path that interests me so much, testing general controls, application controls, and like things around IT environment and whatnot. So I still remember I applied in my firm the first time, and then I only got it on the second try again. So there are just those small things. I have written supplementaries, and that's why I need to, my CTA video, I need to get it. I need to finally put it out. And I keep saying I'm putting it out. I'm not new to failure. And just Thursday, today is Saturday, just Thursday, I was listening to a podcast with Pumi. She was interviewing, what's her name? I forgot her name, but it's a very recent podcast. She's also a CA, and she said, the lady said she failed the third year, and she said something about, yes, you may have failed before or something, but then when you fail and you are held back a year behind, it's visible failure, So, and I think maybe that's where it hurts the most, and it's just very different, Yeah. So maybe like, so that was, okay, I was thinking about the promotion happening like June, July, and then, I managed to, I'm still studying, I'm still meeting with my mentor and whatnot, and then the wedding came November. So now I'm done with my work. Luckily, I was done with all my competencies by then, and I think that's why it's so important. If you are watching right now as a trainee, please take your SRs very seriously. By the time you have, first year, like the first ANA and the second ANA, perhaps they are not, you probably not sign off much, But by the time you're at the second year, by the time you get to your fourth ANA, you should have made so much progress. By the time you come to your fifth ANA out of 6, you need to be almost done. You need to really push. Take time. So my biggest thing is, when I did my ANA, I did it well. Or not just my ANA, my SR, like my skills review or those things. You make time and sit down and do it well. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it to reach the deadline or whatever, have to submit every 2 months or whatever. Make sure you do it well, So by the time I was mostly done with my competencies, and then I was just wedding planning. So for me, I was like, okay, I need to finish the wedding, and then I don't have to think about anything else and just do APC. Mind you, there was a week between the wedding and pre-release. Will I recommend? No. And I still remember beginning of APT classes where they were talking about how, no, now don't now go get married 2 weeks before APC. And that time I'm like, my wedding is a week before pre-release. So I won't recommend, but that happened. I should probably talk about just how to prepare for APC, like things that I have learned. But one of the biggest thing I recall when I wrote APC the first time in 2022, a girl left her books. I left my standards at home. I only realized when I'm leaving the car that I left my standards at home. Yes, that happened. So I still remember I think I cried, and then I have to, just like, it was so chaotic. Now I have to go tell my aunt. Luckily my aunt came through with them, but when I was already I'm set up with that, my things arrived. So my mind just, I don't know. I'm not saying that's the reason why I didn't make it the first time, but it's just one of the thing that day I ran out of batteries. I mean memory space. Battery. Okay, where was I even? Yeah, so that happened about my books and whatnot. And then what happened? And then January came because now I've written and everything. You know, I enjoyed my December, wara wara. January came, I did go to Swakop with my mom, so I just needed to do that. So that was fun. I don't think I've ever taken a trip with my mom. And then work started, and you know, now I'm in between. You know, you're done with your, basically I'm done with my articles, and then you're still like, you don't really know what's happening, because then, you know, I have, I yes, I did get promoted at work, but then it was possible for me to get promoted more, but based only if I have my APC, you know. But I don't know, I was just, I don't even know how to explain how I'm feeling, you know. But it's such a weird thing, because you are just like, there's just one more thing holding me back, and that's APC. Like, I've literally ticked off all my boxes by then. Tuesday, today is Saturday. Tuesday, I called, I don't know, because I've just been praying a lot. I'm just like, God, please, just this one thing. I prayed so much. Probably it was too late, because I mean the results are done already. And then I struggled to also work at the office during the week, because I'm just like, it's just too much for me, really. But then Tuesday, what happened is, okay, what happened Tuesday was I ordered a cake. I ordered a cake. Can you even see? It's written, God did, you know. I was just like, I'm going to order. By fire, by force, I'm passing this exam. I don't know. It was just some spirit. It's probably the Holy Spirit that was telling me to order this cake. And hold and behold, they said, hold and behold. I don't even know how to announce this, but I made it. I passed. I did pass my APC. It's quite a relief, if I'm being honest with you guys. I thank God with all my heart and soul and everything I have in me, because when last year I was like, if I write this exam by myself, I'm going to fail. I need to let God finish this journey for me, because he's the one who started it for me. So I knew that if I write it by myself, I'm going to fail, definitely. So God did the things for me. But yeah, thank you guys for your support. It has not been easy. Like, really, I guess I even made it back 25, because yes, getting married. But yeah, I'm just thankful, you know, and I'm wishing the best to those who did not make it. Trust me, just keep going. Just keep going. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say. I just realized I'm very bad at motivation, but it is possible. I'm literally eligible to register as a chartered accountant. I don't know how I feel. I need to end this video because I have nothing else to say. I'm going to, once I put this video out, I'm going to do like maybe a Q&A. You can leave your comments down, just things, perhaps the topics that I need to discuss. Also, I'll put it on Instagram also. Just things, especially students, even if you're in varsity, if you're a learner, if there's certain things that you need to know, or even those who are doing APT or ITC or whatever, like, I'm on it. I want to do more videos this year. And yeah, I didn't post much last year. In fact, I haven't been posting much ever since CTA. Like, CTA ruined me, man. I feel like it emotionally damaged me somehow. Like, I really believe CTA damaged me. I think the biggest thing also is that, before I end off, this is my goodbye for now, is that where to from here, you know, this is Chartered Accountant Chronicles. I've basically just achieved the whole thing, and the thing is that I have documented most of the things here. I think I have not left out anything. Everything I tell you, I dare to tell you. I think I told you, but you can always ask me questions. But I guess now going forward is also obviously those videos that I'm saying, tell me what you want me to talk about, but then also seeing where to from here. You become a CA, then what? But yeah, stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys, like, thank you so much. Right now, I'm a qualified CA. Formalities, I don't care how it went or whatever, but I'm done. This is my last time I'm writing exam. I'm basically